I felt it. I felt I was alive. Today, I'm going to tell you why you should experience what you fear the most. Fear started as a way of surviving, since it was how our ancestors used to react to danger years and years ago. In humans and all animals, the purpose of fear is to promote survival. Charles Darwin said that in the course of the human evolution, the people who feared the right things survived to pass on their genes. Scientifically, fear is when our adrenal glands react, going into overdrive, producing adrenaline and increasing it in our blood. Tingles all over your body, shiver down your spine, pupils dilated, heart rates increase, sending blood to our muscles, you're pale, and finally, paralyzed. That's what I felt, climbing the smallest and closest stairs that I have ever been. For you, maybe this can be silly, like it was for my brothers that were laughing at me. Even for me, sometimes remembering it, it's funny, but if there's something that is not funny, this is to experience your non-rational fear. In my case, claustrophobia. Because you can't really explain it and explain why you feel like this in those particular moments. After climbing the stairs of St. Peter's Basilica and get to the dome of it, I had one of the most beautiful views of all my life. Of course, the city is really pretty, but I think what made me look and see all this beauty was the feeling inside me that I call past fear. For some people, it can be when the plane lands, or when you turn the lights on, or even when the elevator's doors open. Actually, fear is one of the 7 universal emotions experienced by everyone around the world. Fear arises with the threat of harm, either physical, emotional, or psychological. It can be real or imaginated, and while traditionally considered a negative emotion, fear actually serves an important role in helping us to deal with danger, and mostly, in my opinion, it helps us to feel human. And that's why I brought an example and really important piece of text from an Ukrainian/Brazilian author called Clarice Lispector. In the text, called Forgiving God, she tells a story and analyzes and describes it from the day that she was walking down the street and saw a dead rat, her biggest fear. Translating it, she says, "Because the rat exists as much as I do, and maybe neither me nor the rat is to be seen by ourselves. The distance equals us. Maybe I have to accept, first of all, my nature, that wants the death of a rat." By this, we can see how she interprets the fear and how she interprets the rat, just by accepting it. Because at that moment, you are equal, you are tiny, you are you, in the edge of your humanity. Filled with one of the most natural feelings on earth, experiencing animal instinct. At that moment, nothing matters more than your life. You are truly feeling yourself, in your deepest nature. Nowadays, those moments are really rare. We're in a society living endless comfort zones and more separating ourselves from nature and animals. Fear can show us where we came from. We're nothing more than any other living being on earth. So think of an important moment of your life. Negative or positive, it probably involves fear, since it has a power of impact. Like the first time of doing or experiencing something, being a parent, going to school, college, or even losing someone important. Those are all stories to tell. Those moments change your life. Do not limit yourself. Do not let life enter in a comfort zone. Write stories to tell, just like Clarice Lispector.